bienvenue, this is La Modéliste and I am so glad that you are back here in my channel. For today's video tutorial, we are going to learn how to make the pattern for the gathered Godet skirt. Now, this skirt is very popular nowadays and I am so glad that I can share this pattern making process with you. So if you guys are ready, let's get this tutorial started. To start off, prepare a sufficient amount of pattern paper. Next, prepare your basic torso block. If you don't have a basic torso block yet, I have a separate tutorial on my YouTube channel and better check it out to have an idea how to draft this block. Next, place the torso block on the upper part of your paper. We will only trace it from the waistline until the hip line. On the front pattern, as you can see, I have only included one front dart, the mid hip line, and the bust distance marked right exactly at the hip line. And on the back pattern, as you can see, I have only included one back dart, the mid hip line, and the mid back line marked right exactly at the hip line. Next, from the hip line, extend lines downward for the center front line, the side front line, the side back line, and the center back line. Next, from the waistline, mark down your desired skirt length. For my skirt length, I have used 16.5 inches or 42 centimeters. And connect the marks by drawing a straight line for the hem. Next, from the tip of each front and back darts, draw down lines hitting the bust distance and the mid-back line marks until the hemline. Next, from the mid-hip line, draw a curved line until the tip of the front dart. Next, from the mid-hip line, draw a curved line until the tip of the back dart. Next, from the side front at the hemline, mark out 1.25 inches or 3.2 centimeters. From this mark, draw a slant line blending towards the mid-hip line. Next, from the side back line at the hemline, mark out 1.25 inches or 3.2 centimeters. From this mark, draw a slant line blending towards the mid-hip line. Next, from the hip lines of each front and back godets, record the width of each godet and divide each measurement by 4. We will use this measurement for the cut lines. Next, mark the value of each front and back godets and from these marks, draw in lines for our cut lines. And do not forget to label by number. Next, label the center front and the center back panels. Next, cut out the panels and the godets from your paper. Let's set aside the godets to work on the panels. First, get your center front panel, and we will close the dart permanently. To do this, slash one of the lines of the dart, close the dart like so. Using a tape, close the dart permanently. And this is how the center front panel should look like. And do the same procedure for the center back panel. Next, prepare the Godet pieces and cut through on each line. Next, prepare a sufficient amount of pattern paper. On the right-hand side of your paper, draw in a line. Next, get the number 1 panel and place it right exactly on the line. And tape the number 1 panel on the line permanently. From the tip of panel number 1, mark out 3 inches or 7.6 centimeters. Next, place the tip of panel number 2 on the mark. And place panel number 2 by spreading the hem slantly to give a flare. And tape panel number 2 in place. And do the same procedure for the third panel. For the fourth and final panel, from the tip of the third panel, mark up the 3 inches measurement. Draw a vertical line. And place the fourth panel on the mark horizontally, like it's as if we are creating a circle skirt pattern. And tape panel number 4 in place. Next, redraw the waist using a curved ruler or do it by hand. And redraw the hemline using a curved ruler. And this is my front Godet pattern with sewing allowance added. I have also marked the tip of the dart notch. I will use this notch as a reference for sewing. Next, from panel number 1, extend a mark at the top for notch reference. Next, from panel number 4, extend a mark at the top for notch reference. We will use these notches to gather the Godet. And I also did the same procedures for the back Godet pattern. Next, put your desired sewing allowances for the center front and the center back panels. For the center front panel, it will be cut on fold. For the center back panel, this is where we are going to attach our zipper. And please do not forget to mark the notches on each panel. Next, prepare a fabric of your choice and make it sure it is pressed before cutting. For me, I am using Peau de Soie. Next, get your center front panel and place right exactly at the fold of your fabric. And get your front Godet pattern and place it right beside the center front panel. And cut the patterns in place. And do not forget the important sewing notches. And do the same procedure for the back patterns. And do not forget the important sewing notches. Next, prepare your center front and center back panels. Let's sew first the panels on the side seams. And here are the panels when sewn at the side seams. Next, get the front and back Godet pieces and attach these two pieces together, make it a one whole piece. And gather the Godet from notch to notch as shown. Next, attach the Godet pieces on the panels. Et voila! So here is my gathered Godet skirt toile. Here is the front. Here is the back. And the right and left side view. Anyway guys, I hope this tutorial gave you enough tips and knowledge on how to create the gathered Godet skirt, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment down below. And if you like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. And if you super like this video, please give me a super thanks. And if you are not subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, La Modéliste, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys again on the next tutorial. A bientôt!